BORTLE here. What's up, everyone? And today we have a special guest, BORTLE Nation, Dynasty Karibo, the VW Duke of the South, aka all that stuff, the Donnell Washington. What's up, Donnell? How are you today, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Shout out to BORTLE Nation. Excuse my voice, I'm just getting over a cold. Ironically, I had one last time I was on here a while ago. But
That's true, man. The last time you were here, I think you were playing Megaliths, right?
yeah, I had a little geeky profile, but I've been using Virtual World literally 6 months or 7 months now, and I like the change, but it's just the only one that speaks to me. So yeah, I like this deck.
Then for those like sneaking the peek of the goo in the extra deck, there is no Gotham, so there's no like hand loop stuff. So that's pretty sick.
Oh no, yeah, yeah. You just play as many monsters as possible. For a while, people were just making Shin Shin, and that wasn't working. So now everybody knows about the Crystal Wing combo, then the Red Eyes Darkness the Red Eyes Darkness. I'm blanking on the name Dragoon
Yeah.
combo. That's like the standard virtual world board now. If you do really good, you can make an extra Shin Shin or M7 in there to get back a hand trap or get back like a Lancia that you may have sided in, and you're just on top of the world at that point.
Oh yeah, man, it's pretty cool playing Dragoon without those bricks, the vanillas, and the main decks. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, people tell me I don't want to play Dragoon without being able to pop. Without being able to pop, we're like, that's the last thing we care about. Like, it's still Dragoon, and it's still auto wins games. A lot of people want this card to be banned. I'm a little biased because it's Red Eyes and Dark Magician. I can never be mad at that, but I do get it. I hope it doesn't get banned.
Alrighty, sweet. So this is the deck list that you used in an IRL tournament and you were victorious, correct?
Yeah, I was going to 4 locals a week, and now I'm just down to two, 3 to 2, depending on how I'm feeling. And we had a cash tournament, and I was fortunate enough to win it this time. Shout out to Creighton. He's been dominating with Altergeist, and he won like the first 4 out of 5 that we had at this new local called Final Form Games. It's off of Dallas North Tollway in North Dallas. You know, we don't have a lot of locals on the North Dallas side, so it's nice for us to have one. And I beat him in the finals.
Let's go ahead and take it away with the rest of the deck profile, man. Let's talk about these cards.
Everybody knows how Virtual World is. I'm just gonna get into the technical things. Of course, I run 3 copies. 3 copies of all four: Lily, Lulu, Gigi, and Lao. Gigi's definitely my favorite one. I run 2 Nan because I run Desires. If you, a lot of things virtual players had an issue with is how many Desires and how many Prosperities to play. So a lot of us were shuffling around with that. Shout out to Kamal. Shout out to Berg. Classic virtual world players. They know who they are. Shout out to Troy Lynch. And I settled on Prosperity for a while. I even tested the Go second version with Extravagance, but Desires did wind up being the best version. So I'm playing Desires. So I played double Nan Nan and double Choo Choo, which is standard. I even tried testing one. That was crazy. But I wasn't playing Desires at the time. So it was more like a toolbox. I run 3 Dark Will No More, which is basically a staple now, in my opinion, because it's Dragon Link and everything that is in a trap deck that's building a board on you. So you just Dark Will No More, you're clearing with your cards. Some people were deciding whether 2 or 3 Quinlong was correct. I run 2 Quinlong. And of course, I run E-Telly. As far as the hand trap lineup, the true and honest reason, as Blossom's in here, it's like the weakest of my hand traps in here, but it checks right as fusion.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's kind of like a necessary evil because this deck can kind of struggle with red eyes if I don't have Dark Ruler no more, and if they open up like red eyes in a back row or red eyes in 2 back row, this deck, like most decks, will struggle with that. But so that's why I run Ash Blossom. It covers a multitude of things, including that.
Hey man, it's level 3 as well.
Yeah, exactly. Phantasme, I was testing the Biru, and Phantasme was just far between better. It's good against those Invoke Shadal decks. Every turn one, they start with A-Lister into a Link 1. So you get to draw 2 free cards, get to dig deeper for your Dark Will or No More. And if you're playing against the LP deck, you always wait for the 3 links, so you draw 4 cards. So you dig deeper for the Dark Will or No More. It does clash with the Joy Bird. The Joy Bird's new. I was running other cards like Bell and Churchill Tribute in the Joel Lockberg slot. But now I'm playing Joel Lockberg because apparently Joel Lockberg's really good versus the meta. You can't mix Joel Lockberg with Phantasme or vice versa. But separately, I just want to stick one or the other, and I know I'll be happy with my turn. I'm running 2 Chuchi because that's the best card in the deck to me. One Zanwu for combo, and there can only be one. And that card, I was running Torrential, which would break Dragon Board sometimes, but there can only be one has been amazing. This has only been in here for like a week and a half. So that's it for the main at the moment.
Yeah, there can only be one. Isn't that like pretty decent going second as well?
Yes, absolutely. Like I was using Torrential because if they summoned again, by then they would like lose all their resources again. Could you Dark Ruin no more? The problem with Dragon Link is you don't, and I always say Dragon Link because that's really what you face. If it's not even shit all, is that you Dark Ruin no more and you clear the board because you're playing Virtual World. It's really hard to OTK. So you clear the board, they're just gonna remake it, and then it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you to remake yours. So there can only be one helps out with that.
Nice. Overall, 41 card main deck. What is there any way you could have like just cut something out for the 40, or it's just it is what it is?
I'm superstitious. I was running 2 Quinlong, um, and or just 2 hand traps in the Joel Lockbird spot. I got both my tops with 41, and a lot of my good wins with 41. So I don't mind running 41 cards, literally just for superstitious reasons.
God, yes, love mentioning the tops in this video. YCS tops, that is. So, Dynasty,
With all
let's
that matter.
that's true. Yo, let's talk about your extra deck, man. There's just so much spice in here. Yeah, just run it through.
Yeah, my extra deck, honestly, it's pretty spicy towards the end. I wasn't running Croc for a while, but I put it back in just because drawing cards are good, and sometimes you need that. Besides the Croc and the Synchro lineup, everything's pretty standard now for Virtual World. Everybody should know by now what Money Mud Dragon is able to do.
Yeah.
It fuses subs with a dragon, so you can make Red Eyes Dragon, Red Eyes Dragoon. So you usually end Crystal Wing Dragoon on a standard turn, and you can Crystal Wing before you get to your 5th summon, so you're protected from Nibiru. Um, a lot of people for their rank 3, they run Fortune Tune. I'm running a Jaja in real life because I just don't have a Fortune Tune, although I could have been had one. And honestly, this card I'm a little bit of bias towards because it's a 1 card out to Red Eyes Doctor. It's another 1 card out to Dragoon. If they use Dragoon to negate anything, you can always summon Yaya and detach the banish to Dragoon, or you can detach to protect yourself and make Zeus. So it's better than Fortune Tune in that sense.
Nice.
So that's why I like playing this card as a rank 3. It's either gonna be this or Fortune Tune. All the other rank 3s suck. I don't like Phantom Knight, the Phantom Knight Breaksword.
Yeah.
I know Kamal does, but I don't like the card. Towards the end, I run the Buster Blader, Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, because you can make this card with Mud Dragon and Tzolk'in, just like you can make it with Red Eyes. And the Buster Blader, it's an auto win towards Dragon Link when you know you're playing Dragon Link. So instead of opening up Crystal Wing and Red Eyes, which is strong, you can open up Crystal Wing and Buster Blader, especially if you don't have the card in the hand of this card. And instead of just having one negate for Dragon Link, which they can pretty much push through, you have a Buster Blader, which is skill draining all their dragons at one time. So it feels good to have that card. And it's also infinite attack, so they have no way to push through it. It's already won me several games versus Dragon Link, versus Houston Carter and Nico when I was playing them. The last card I'm playing right now in my extra is a flex spot. I decided to play Scarlight, which can also be brought out from Tzolk'in.
Yeah.
The only reason this card's in here is for whenever at my locals, we have a lot of time wizards. We have some people who literally have thrown fits when we decided we're not gonna have time in top 4 and top 8. So that just goes to show you how we have some time wizards at my locals. And so if it ever comes down for you going into time, you can always go Crystal Wing. Tzolk'in into Scarlight and burn them for 500 or 4,000 damage. So that's the only reason why that card's in there. It's a flex spot. Because I was looking for more cards that I could play with Tzolk'in, and make turn one besides Crystal Wing. So that's what I settled on with this card.
So if no one stops your Zolkin combo, you're just going in. Or was anyone like lucky enough to like stop your Zolkin?
Well, sometimes if you get greedy, you'll go for the Charge Warrior to draw a card, especially if you needed a set for Tzolk'in, and then you'll make Tzolk'in number 5, and sometimes they'll Nibiru you right there because they know if they don't, you're gonna set and they'll make Crystal Wing. So but yeah, Tzolk'in is usually my go-to play unless my hand's like bad or I got hand trapped somewhere. Then I might go for a Charge Warrior or just like a M7 to reset my. Sometimes if you have like a hand trap, you'll just in a hand trap you just go M7, get back your hand trap so you can go off on the next turn. Or when they land to you use M7, get your hand trap back and make Zeus. So it's the deck's pretty good. In all honesty, I think that the deck is really good in the right hands. I don't think it's for everybody, and I don't blame people for trying but you can definitely try it out. I do think Dragon Link LP or AKA LP is still insane, but I love this deck. I haven't wanted to play anything else, and it's gonna be that way until something else catches my eye.
Hey man, that's perfect. And as far as your side deck goes, it's it's pretty much standard, man. Everyone like makes side decks for obviously for the right time, or it depends where you're playing. You know, locals they have their own special side deck. This is just pretty much straightforward. Do you have any shout outs, D Nasty?
Oh yeah, I don't have too many shout outs. Shout out to my boy Houston Carter, of course. He's wild. Um, Shout out to my boy Cam Neal. Unban the man hashtag. You know, Cam's always been around. He says I call him out for clout, but it's whatever. Shout out to Bortle Nation for hosting this video. You know, I'm OG Team Bortle. We're waiting for his big comeback once the Konami events open up again, because we do miss him, even though I haven't seen him. And that's all my shout outs for right now.
There you go. And Bortle Nation. Well, hold up. If you're not a part of Bortle Nation, sub for Bortle. It's that easy and it's free. Oh God, yes. Bortle out.